Hello, movers and groovers. Today we're going to go over 5 tips to overcome dance anxiety. Yes, the fear of dancing out in public or even just for yourself. So if you're someone that's stiff as a robot or just doesn't know what to do when you're at a wedding or an event or a gathering, stick around. This video is for you. Bye. My name is Movement Mary, and my passion is to share movement and mindfulness for all bodies and ages. I love to share flows that are 10 minutes or less on this page that you can flow and move your body and honor your beautiful body. Today, though, we are not going to go over a flow or do a flow together. Rather, we're going to talk about 5 tips to overcome your dance anxiety. Let's get into it. Tip number 1. Dun, 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 dun. Turning on your favorite song. I'd say like 3 to 4 minutes. Closing your eyes. That part's very important. Step 2, closing your eyes. Again, very, very important. And just moving your body. However, your body is feeling called to. This is very different than, what should I do with my hand? What should I do with my hands or my feet? That is not allowing your body to flow. Okay? So close your eyes, turn on your favorite song, that song that just when you hear it, it gets into your soul. It could be a happy song, it could be a punk rock song, it could be a rap song, whatever makes you like, oh yeah, you know what song I'm talking about. You do. Turn that on, close your eyes. This part is crucial. Close your eyes for the entire song. Do not open. Do not peek. Set that boundary with yourself. Do not open your eyes. Close them for the entire song. And let your body move. Let your head shake. Let your arms go. Your eyes are closed. You're not thinking with your mind. You're letting your body do whatever it's feeling called to do. Tip number 2. Focus on your arms. Okay, so you've done tip number 1, and maybe you're starting to feel more comfortable with you moving. That's a huge part of this, just feeling comfortable taking up space. Now, you're like, I want to look at myself. I want to see what my movement looks like. And maybe your arms look something like, okay, so like stiff, robot-y, maybe you're trying to do things and you kind of are getting this robot effect or this like awkward effect. It's okay. We all start somewhere. So tip 2 is to focus just on your arms. And I want you to imagine that there is a wave of water from one fingertip to the other. One part of your body to the other. Let me back up. Beep, beep, beep. One part of your body to the other. Now, this is going to take some time to get comfortable with because what's probably happening is you're trying to move and you have these broken up parts. Okay? Now, that's a style of dance. If you dig it, you can rock that. Go for it. But my cat is shaking the camera right now. Appa doesn't necessarily want to make an appearance, but you might see him in the bottom, but that's my cat. Anyway, there he is. Oh, there he is. Anyway, you can totally do this like robot effect. But if you're really wanting to flow it out, imagine that wave and really work just on your arm movement. And you can look in a mirror as long as you promise not to judge yourself. Because if you judge yourself, you're going to stop doing it and feel bad and guilt and shame. And that is not the point of this. So you're going to look in a mirror. You're going to notice as your body's moving. Just moving your arms and getting comfortable taking up and expanding space is going to give you freedom when you flow on the dance floor. So tip 2, focus on those arms. Tip 3, focus on the legs. So we've gotten comfortable closing our eyes and moving, just moving. We focused on our upper body, and now we're going to focus on our lower body. The classic fail-safe option that you can always do and revert to is a step, touch, step, touch. It's exactly what it sounds like. Step, touch, step, touch. Now I'm doing it with my hands. You do it with your feet. The way that you go from being a robot, just step touching, into Carlton. And if you don't know that reference, you may be too young to be on my page. I'm just kidding. But the way that you go from a robot into Carlton is by using your hips. Oh yeah, using your hips. Now, if you're someone that's very robotic and stiff, you may have not actually used your hips a whole lot. And I'm just talking classic, like when you're step touching, you can add a lot of spice with it by starting with your hip, right? By circling your hip. Okay, let me show you. Obviously, my screen isn't set up the best for me showing you my lower body. Didn't really think about that ahead of time. I'm also wearing sweatpants because I'm pregnant, and I know that you're not going to judge me because comfort. Am I right? But let me show you what I mean by using your hips. Okay. So, see, you're pretty cute. Okay. Move this chair out of the way. Step touch. I'm going to show you that first. Step. There's my baby. Okay. Now, you're going to step, and I'm going to lead with my hip and touch. Do, do, do. Ah. Ah. Now, that might look very complicated to you. So I want you to take a wide stance here, and you're going to go side to side, hip to hip, hip to hip, hip to hip. Okay, I know you can only see like this amount of my body, but I want you to focus on just literally getting comfortable with your hips going back and forth, coming around, coming behind. Be silly, be free, okay? I want you just to get comfortable with this so that you can do anything with this step touch. Oh, yeah. See, this is all, I'm only doing step touch. It just looks really fancy because I have all these other things going on, okay? So if you want a more like in-depth tutorial on specific dance moves, let me know in the comments below, and I would love to put together a full body tutorial on some of these tips. Tip number 4, putting it together. So I did show you a little bit as I was getting into it, because how do you not get into it? Once you unlock the power of your hips, you're going to just dance and just soak it up because it's amazing. I want you to put together top and the bottom, okay? So we practice them separate so that you can just get comfortable with what the movement is like in your body. Now we're going to put it together, and you're going to have some fun. So some tips I have here is think about when you're dancing, you can do things that are on the same side of your body, like your left arm and your left leg. So for example, a step touch with a snap. Stepping to the left, using my left arm, snap, right? So I'm stepping with my left and my left, or my right and my right. You can also do cross lateral. So focusing on, I'm stepping with my right, using my left arm. So those are some just tips that you could put together using one side of your body, or a cross lateral, like a diagonal, a right arm and a left leg, a left egg. So putting it together is all about having fun and, closing your eyes and enjoying it, seriously, because that is a huge part of getting comfortable with both, your top half and your bottom half, because the connectivity is key. The connection between these two parts is what really gets you into flow. We're exploring the separate parts in tip 2 and tip 3 because it's important to understand what that's like in your body, but you can't stop there because you have to feel what it feels like to connect both of them. And just like good old mac and cheese. It takes a couple practices before you get the chef's kiss. So you gotta keep practicing to get to the cheesy reward. Tip 5. The most important tip to dance. Are you ready? Tip 5. Let go of your fear of judgment. The only opinion of you that matters is yours. The only opinion of you that matters is the one that you have of yourself. If people are making fun of you or pointing at you while you're dancing and having a good time, look at what they're doing, sitting down, making fun of others. Are those even people that you should care about their opinions? No. You are much more than someone else's judgment, and you must embrace that. Because when we embrace that and let go of the fear of what other people think of us, you unlock your flow. And you also just don't give up.